Inspection C. My marker lights, proper color amber, not cracked the damage, not missing any nuts or bolts, and they work properly. My headerboard, no holes, no bulges, no missing rivets, and it's strong enough to contain cargo. Side of my trailer, no holes, no bulges, no cracks, no damages, it's strong enough to contain cargo. I got my cross members, my frame, they're not missing, they're not damaged, no missing nuts or bolts. My floor has no holes, no damages, it's strong enough to contain cargo. My landing gear. My landing gear has no missing parts. My shoes are fully raised. Then I cracked the damage, no missing nuts or bolts. My crank handle is in the lock position. And everything is functioning properly. I got my DOT tape. It's red and white. It's not damaged. Not broken in any way. And it's intact from the front of my truck, from front of my trailer to the end of my trailer. I got my signal lights and four-way flashers on the side of my trailer. It's not cracked or damaged, proper color amber, and they work properly. My reflectors on the front of my trailer and the side of my trailer, they're proper color amber. On the rear of my trailer, they're red. My tandem release, properly mounted, secured to my frame or cross members. It's not cracked or damaged, no missing parts, and the pin is in the lock position, the release arm. I got my leaf spring mount. It's properly mounted, secured to my landing gear. Tandem release. No missing nuts or bolts. The bushing's intact, not worn, not cracked or damaged, not broken. My leaf springs, they're not shifted, they're not missing, they're not cracked. They're in good condition and they're secure with U-bolts. My U-bolts, they're not bent, they're not loose, not broken, no missing nuts. My torque arm. There's no missing nuts or bolts, secured to my mounts. It's not bent, no illegal welds, in good condition. Then I got my slack adjusting push rods. They're not cracked or broken, they're secure with pins and cotter keys. They have 1 inch of play with the brakes released. I got my brake chambers. They're not dented, they're not loose, they're not broken, they're not leaking. I don't see any leaks on the airlines or the brake chambers. And they're properly mounted and secure. I got dual tires. They're bus spacing rims, free obstruction or debris in between, nothing inside. Inside I got my brake drum. My brake drum is free of contamination. It's not cracked or damaged, properly mounted and secure, and it's in good condition. My brake liners have more than a quarter inch of brake material or not dangerously worn thin, free of contamination, not cracked or damaged, and properly mounted and secure. The inside of my tire wall and outside, both of them, have no bumps, no abrasions, no bubbles. Top of my tire is 232 depth, evenly grooved. These tires you could mismatch and they could recap. These tires are 90 PSI. This tire is sitting on my rim with no gap. My rim, not cracked, damaged, no illegal welds. Properly mounted and secure. I got my lug nuts. They're all properly mounted and secure. They're not missing. They're not cracked. They have no shiny threads or rust trails indicating looseness. My axle hub, it's not cracked, damaged, or leaking. Properly mounted and secure with nuts and bolts. My valve stem, it's properly mounted and secure. It's not leaking. I don't see any leaks. It's secure with the cap. That is to put air in my tire and to measure my PSI. And the same way I check my front tire, I will check my inside tire. I got my ABS light on the side of the trailer. If it's on, that means it's not working properly. But since it's off, it works properly. No missing nuts or bolts. I got my marker lights in the back. Proper color red. Reflectors. Proper color red. Then I cracked the damage. They work properly. No missing nuts or bolts. I got my splash guards or mud flaps. It's not cracked, damaged, or broken. Properly mounted and secure. And I have enough clearance from the floor. I got my DOT bumper. It's not bent. It's not broken. No illegal welds. I have the DOT tape. Proper color red and white. It's properly mounted and secure. I got my corner lights and my four-way flashers. They're proper color red. They're not cracked, damaged, or broken. And these are my tail lights. I got my brake lights. They're proper color red. They're not cracked, damaged, or broken. They work properly. Got my door. All the panels, none are missing. All the panels are intact. I got my tension wire. I have enough tension to pull up my door and close my door. It's not frayed. I got my strap. My strap's not cut, ripped, or frayed, properly mounted and secure. My latch is in the lock position. No missing nuts or bolts, no missing parts. It works properly. My handle's properly mounted and secure. No missing nuts or bolts, not bent, not damaged. And the same way I check this side of my trailer, the same way I check my driver's side of my trailer, the same way I check my passenger side of my trailer. The only difference is that I have all my release arms on this side, on my driver's side. The release arm for my pin, for my tandem release the crank handle, my battery box, and the release arm for the fifth wheel. They're all on the driver's side. That's the difference between this side and that side. I also have my marker lights in the back of my trailer, proper color red, and a crack, damage, or broken, and they work properly.